let's do a little Artstation review. So this is one video of many, and I'm just looking at the latest section specifically because when new art gets submitted, it comes in here, and then people will browse to see what's happening. So we can check out works in progress, people's kind of first passes at things, and so on. Now, it does get a little bit cluttered, and you do have to sift through it to see some good work. You need a good eye in that case. And what I tend to do is just like and follow some things that I like, and then I can come back to those people later. Been getting into the habit of just, liking and following people, but then realizing that there's not much content. So there's something there that could turn into something good. I like this hair, the way it's creeping over the branches and stuff. So I'll like and I'll follow that, and I'll come back to it. And not only does it encourage people who are new, to like their stuff, it also lets them see your stuff in a way that they'll be curious to see who's liked them and why. And they might like some of your stuff and get influenced by your style. So, and it all depends on what you like. So this stuff's nice and clean, quite graphic design. There's a few ideas there as well, so I'm going to like and follow that. There's a few things that look like some of my first, paintings. Although that's better, much better than some of my first paintings. And it lacks the whole kind of this is a finished piece, but there's nothing to say this is a work in progress. But to encourage them, I'm going to like them, I'm going to follow them, and see where they end up. It's good to see people progress. Let's see if I can find something really scrabby. Here we go. It's not scrabby at all. It's a nice watercolor. I'm just going to like that. I won't bother following because I tend to be more of a digital artist. Let's see if I can find something that you wouldn't really expect. It's interesting. So here's some sketch work from someone, and I've seen this kind of work all the time. Oops. And even though it's quite nice to see their progress and stuff. There's no likes, a couple of views. I'm just gonna like it, even though it's going to be in my like section, right? It's going to be in my list of liked stuff, and if someone looks at my folio and goes, oh, what does he like, and then I'm liking stuff like this, it'd go against me, especially this kind of thing. I can't obviously like this. It's had 4 views. I'm a real genius, that's my progress as well, I should say, and we see a normal art by me. Okay, so they're posting this knowing that it's not normal. You can see the progress, but it's just been kind of colouring it in more. And yeah, it's alright. Let's have a look at the rest of the stuff, and there's some okay work. So it's good to see people progress. This person could be quite young, maybe like 13, 14, maybe even 19, and just having a kind of late start. But you could find people like these do really well later on, so I'm going to follow this person, and I'll see what the progress is like, and like that person's work to encourage them. Here's some other kind of work that is interesting. You think it's clogging the place up, but there's actually some cool stuff in here when you look. These little expressions. Let's have a look to see what else they do. Nice portraits, yeah. Potential to be good as well. So it's not all bad when you see all this kind of clutter. Yeah, you do have to sift through it. And if you're posting amazing work like this, and you're like, oh, why is my work way down here? And how do I get this to be? It's not had any likes yet. It's had 12 views and no likes. Why is this not further up? Why is this not in the trending zone? There's a lot of good work here, so I'm going to follow, and I'm going to like all their work, because there's a lot going into making this, and for the amount of views to likes ratio, I guess you'd expect it to be higher. 96 people have looked and only a few people have liked it. I think it's all about encouragement. when it comes to Artstation when you see people progressing, especially this kind of thing making its way to this. It's quite interesting. I say it takes a lot of work to produce something like this. A lot of maybe high-end artists might look at this and see the flaws in it and then not like it, and then a lot of artists that aren't really good might be like, wow, that's amazing. I'm not going to like it because they'll look at my stuff and it's just terrible, right? So don't be afraid to like stuff, even if you're at the low end, you know, the beginner end. So I'm just looking through some more. Here's fairly generic bathroom type of 3D thing, so someone's getting into the whole kind of interior design stuff. Oops. And I'm not dissing it or anything, I'm just you know, observing. So a nice kitchen, and you can see they're progressing with lighting and shadows and using renderers and stuff, learning ArcViz, so it's perfectly obvious what this person's doing, so I'm going to like just for that. So if I go to like my profile, and I'm still building my store up, so I've got some like traditional stuff I've been trying to add in. I've basically got rid of a whole lot of crap from my Artstation. It's a little watercolor that I did and some other stuff. So I've got, here's my likes. So when I started off, I've been liking really high-end stuff. You see, I've liked a lot of work. I like a lot of stuff. But yeah, I like a lot of stylish high-end type of things, or things that influence me. This is a friend's work. There's some other friends' work here, and there's a client, someone who did some work for me's work. I love these cars. You can see I've liked a lot of high-end stuff initially, and now and again I'll like kind of mediocre, I guess, or progressive work, because I get a feeling that these kind of people are so dedicated to trying to get better. We all started there, you can't deny it. I mean, some people were maybe really good at drawing in school, and then, you know, they progressed that way, but some people are young here. We're forgetting that times are changing. The technology is now available to people that are 5, 10, 15, and when I was like 15, all I had was like an old computer with, you know, a maximum of 16 colours, and I couldn't do anything. It couldn't do sculpting or anything. So we're getting a whole different calibre of people. So we need to understand that we need to encourage them to grow into this kind of, you know, high-end artwork. So you can see progressively I've started to like progressive artists, I guess, as we call it, maybe like beginner artists. Let's see, it's more recent, I guess. Maybe I'm just following a few people. Like, this is definitely kind of progressive. People getting into their anatomy classes, and I love the colour work on this. A lot of stylized things. So it's not bad to make bad art and put it on Artstation. Just make sure that you're really, really proud of it, and it's your best, you know, your last best work, because you're only as good as your last best work, right? Because you'll look back and go, oh, I'm not improving, I'm not getting any better. But let me just refresh the latest, see if there's anything new. Okay, so let's see. Everything here I'd probably be proud of. What's going on here? I'd be proud of as, you know, like my last best work. Even this could be someone's last best work. Let's have a look to see what they've done. Yep, so you can see some progression. That's quite nice. And we see a lot of this anime manga stuff, and it's purely just what they're influenced by. They're probably quite young. You know, I can't check out all the details of this person to fully understand them, but I know they want to make stuff like this. They like horror, gory, dark stuff, right? And I think liking dark stuff is kind of like a trait people go through. It's like they need to see the light, right? They need to see the light of making nice art, and look, this is where they've progressed to. They've done some nice, pretty things and progressing. So I'm gonna like that, and I'll follow this person. I'm sure they'll appreciate another follower. You might think, why am I following these people? You know, who am I? What's my background? Why am I doing this video? And my point is, I started really kind of thinking I was really good. 7 years ago, I was like, oh, I really know what I'm doing. I'm amazing. I can make anything. But now when I look back at my stuff, I'm like, okay, I had the right passion. I had good technical ability, but when it came to like actually creating good work, I never put in enough time ever. I got distracted easily, and I still get distracted easily. I work on about 3 or 4 different things at the same time, and it's a bit of a problem that I'm trying to get over. So I guess that's why I'm making this video, is to, confirm that, we're not alone when it comes to trying to get better at things. We're all distracted by the next best work that we see. So my point is, we're trying to get our likes up and then we get into trending, right? So if I'm liking stuff that's not that good and it's getting more likes than some good stuff, it's going to end up in trending, and people are going to be like, why is that in trending? Where's my thing? And I'm thinking the same thing sometimes. I'm like, why is my thing like not in the top sort of section of trending? It's good, but compared to stuff that is really good, look at trending. There's just no scrap work, nothing at all. So if you want your stuff to end up in trending, it's got to be your last best work, and just spend more time on it. Don't submit it until you think that's going to get enough likes to get into trending, because some people in Artstation are just going straight to trending now. Like, they don't want to see the latest. It's like, yeah, they want to see the latest to like it to get it into trending, so it's a bit of a catch-22. But when latest is full of half-finished work and progressive work, it would be good if there was maybe a section that was like progressive or work in progress, and that way latest could be, there should be a choice to submit to like latest, submit to work in progress, or submit to trending, or maybe latest is just everything and work in progress is like a tag, right? That's kind of my skinny beef on the Artstation, is that at first glance, going into latest, it can look like a bit of a mess between good and kind of scrapbook, sketches. So, and then, like stuff like this, and then people will be like, why is like 25 things pushing my thing all the way down and looking for good things? It means that people that are trying to turn things into the trending are finding it harder to find good stuff. And there's me liking stuff like this, right? So I'll look at this and I'll see that it's got 4 views, and then I'll look at the person and see they've done okay stuff. That's about their best work, so I'm going to like that. So instead of just liking the scrap work, I'm going to like their good work, right? So that's the way to think about it. If you want to help new artists get better, have a look at their stuff, right? Have a look at their stuff and find their best work. I like that, right? And just give it a like to encourage them to sort of stick to that thing. If you so want to like criticize them, then give the stuff a like that makes sense, and in return they'll like your stuff, hopefully, and then you'll get into trending. So it's not just all one way when it comes to expectations. Like, why is my stuff not getting liked? I need to do better work. Like loads of eyes here, right? I'm just going to like it. It's going to trend a little bit, and they're going to, feel good about those things. Right. I might want to follow this person as well. Okay, so back to where I was. So latest is people's new work, right? Some really good stuff that I'm just going to like and follow, that I think is really good. So I'm going to switch into my actual mode here, looking at stuff like this. Okay, yeah, I've got a few quims about it. I like it, but there's certain things I don't like the hair stuff, but it's probably down to how they've rendered it. So I'm going to have a look deeper, see what they worked on. Okay, they've done a lot of horror stuff. It's a mixed bag. It's nicely rendered. I like this kind of movie lighting and colour grading, so I'm just going to give that a like. It's really gory stuff. Looks like it's it's good for a game. Beast inside. So I'm going to give this person a follow, right? That's more like up and coming great artist, right? Game game stuff back into latest, and this for me catches my eye. Definitely like this, definitely following, right? Gonna check out what else they've got. And as you can see, look, progressive. Some older stuff making their way to some nice new stuff. So you can see that, yeah, they've posted crap work, not crap work, scrap or sketch work, and maybe like disproportionate stuff, maybe stuff that lacks good lighting, and then eventually they're finding their style. So people like this, you want to like and follow their work and encourage them, make them feel good about that. So back for the final reflection, back to the latest. This is very dark, but I'm curious. Okay, so it's a few models and renders and stuff, right? Let's see what else they got. So it's an up and coming 3D artist, right? Obviously like their cars. This is absolutely stunning compared to the other work. Is this even theirs? Seriously, compared to the other work? This is... Okay, so this is really good. And it's kind of weird that this is so well lit and this isn't the latest work. This is quite nice, you know, putting it in the scene and all that, but it's very dark, you know. Okay, I see it's a nighttime scene, but it should, you know, at least be the right materials for the wheels and stuff. I guess these are some things related. Okay, not able to finish the project. Ah, okay, so that makes sense. Right, so that looks like a good artist to me. This is stunning, and if it was me, I would just have like these two in the folio. This looks, you know, this looks like an advert thing. Nobody likes advert stuff, and it looks really easy to make. It's a microphone, right? That should be a breakdown or something. Right, so I think you get the point. You can like stuff to help encourage people, and if you manage to get someone who's up and coming into trending from liking this stuff, then all the better. You know, I like certain things. I like these kind of Japanese styles and the sort of long black hair. I like stuff like that because I'm working on a character similar, and this is good influence for me. So I'll like things for my own reasons, and you'll like things for your own reasons. Let's see, so trending, let's see what we've got. And let's see if I can ask myself why something is trending. Probably not, because trending makes sense, right? A lot of good artists have like good work, and a lot of maybe new artists or sketchy learning artists, they're trying to get their foot in the door or get a feel for it. So it's not a bad thing to post your work. Just make sure it's your last best work, and people are going to see it. And if it's not worthy of, you know, their time to criticize it, and you know it's not going to get liked, you know, question why it's not going to get liked, and work on that. Because you're only as good as your last best piece, you know, your last best job. Okay, now there I've got a like for something. It's just some hair thing that I did earlier. What is this? Okay, some people I've followed are posting some things. So yeah, that's Artstation, and let's not treat it like it's some kind of sacred ground for amazing art. There is some artists will want to use it as leverage to get better, and let's encourage that. If their work is okay, you can like their best work and follow them, maybe give them some encouragement that way. Just be careful you don't bring them into trending too quickly, because they might think they're doing the right thing. So like my first pass at this, I might be liking some really kind of iffy stuff. Let's see if I find, so like this, right? I've not liked it, but at least I've looked at their profile and found maybe something that I did like. But this for me is quite difficult. I'm looking for their best work, right? This somewhere, but it's not the kind of style I like. This is quite interesting. This is really good. This is seriously really good compared to the rest. This is the same person, right? So it was 2 years ago. Right, it's still a bit rough, but this for me is like a proper breakdown there. So I'm gonna like that and encourage them to sort of stick to this kind of thing. I see they've just done a trace over of this, right? But it's still a good learning process. They've not explained what it is, but I can see it's a trace over and they've tried to sort of mimic the shadow and stuff, but that's definitely encourageable. Right, so you don't have to follow these people, you can like them and encourage parts of them. We all post crap work, we all have bad days, and you know, it's good just to encourage. Like, this is one that I look, oh, that's all kind of motion, that's quite interesting. You'd think at first glance that wasn't that good, right? But when you see that it's all part of this, so you have to look a bit deeper. Look a bit deeper beyond the surface. You can see they're actually getting into motion and animation. So yeah, so that's why I followed this person, because there's some interesting work behind the surface. So okay, so that's my little kind of summary of Artstation this week. I'll probably do another take on it in a few weeks' time. Hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment below if you agree or disagree with anything I've said. I know that some of the things I've said might not be true, or maybe just not agreeable. But Artstation for me is another place that you go to submit your progress as you become an artist. And I've been there, I've done some pretty shoddy work and I've eventually got rid of it. And you know, I've just left myself with, you know, some of my latest sort of best work. So I'm working on a character, a couple of characters, some eye shaders, hair shaders, and that's all I've got now. I don't clutter it up with all my other stuff. I want this to be my kind of clean zone, and then everything else I'll post anywhere else. You know, Facebook. I don't use DeviantArt anymore. I used that away at the beginning, but it's too much kind of clutter there. And I guess that's the point. You want to come here to sort of be seen, right? And you don't want this to become the clutter like any other, you know, art place. So I think trending's the way to go. If you look at trending, you'll see what's liked and latest. It's up to you to decide what becomes trending, you know, and like and follow people that you think are, you know, got potential to become great artists, even if they have iffy stuff further, you know, down in their folio. But you can see I've still got a long ways to go, so I can talk, right? Anyway, catch you guys later.